Okay, so let's talk about the problem equal difference. You are given an array A of n integers and we have to count the number of pairs I comma j such that j is greater than I and ai minus aj is equals to I minus j, and the constraints are pretty high. So what we need is an O of n solution. So how could we approach this problem? So in order to solve this problem, we have to first simplify this equation. So the equation is um, ai minus aj equals I minus j. So if we could just simplify it like ai minus I equals aj minus j. So now what this simplification does is um, individual indexes are on one side of this LHS and RHS. So LHS have only I and RHS have J. That means we have to find such indices uh, that have AI minus I is equals to, let's say, some X, and we will have some count like if these values have X, then we have to count like how many of indices have count, let's say, X. After finding the count of numbers which have this, which are of count this X, what we are going to do is need to find the pair. Let's say we find that there are three, let's say these are not zero, these are like elements. So let's say X, for this X value its count is 3. So we need to find the pairs. So in order to pick pairs, we will have like the count and C, that is combinatrix C, and we have to pick 2. This can be simplified as count times count minus 1 whole divided by 2. So this problem is can be solved by just simply changing this equation. So in order to solve this, what we have to do is take int t, which is the test cases, and y t minus minus. Now taking the length of the array, then the array itself for auto I a c I. Now what we need to do is count these. So in order to count these, I can use something like a map. Int counts for auto, not auto, I have to have the indices also, so this way, and what I need to count is ai minus I, that is counts of a of I minus that index itself plus plus. So this will count the appearance of that value. Now I need to count, I need to find the combinators, like how many pairs are possible. So I can use an answer variable and then for auto, then value, which is not needed actually. So we will just use dash C and then counts, and now we have to find this plus equals to C times C minus 1 divided by 2. And what we could do is just return it or print it, answer and error. So this is just submit, and what could be the time complexity? So I use a map here which takes a log of n operations for insertion and updation, and we are iterating an array for one time, so it's basically an n log n solution, but you could use a unordered map here which will solve it in big O of n, and we are using it a map here, so it's a big O of n space complexity also.